Well, it seems that the Denver Broncos have a way in which they want to build this team, and we're just going to have to trust the process. The Broncos, if you are watching this video, have elected to stand pat at the trade deadline and not make any additions to the roster. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit disappointed in that. We saw the Indianapolis Colts, the Broncos, or one of their biggest competitors in the AFC. I wouldn't say it's their biggest competitor, but one of them. They made an all-in move today. They traded 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner. They strengthened a weakness on their roster. We also saw the Seattle Seahawks trade for Rashid Shaheed. That was a player that I thought the Denver Broncos would have been heavily interested in. That's another team that's trying to strengthen their weaknesses and go all in. The Broncos clearly believe in the roster that they have. They believe in their young wide receivers. They believe in Marvin Mims. They believe in Troy Franklin. The tight end room is a little bit frustrating, and I do wonder if the Broncos at least tried to upgrade the tight end room. I want somebody who can function as a true inline tight end for this team. I was also wondering if maybe they would add some linebacker depth, but that was the position I was the least concerned about. It's really that tight end position and a Z wide receiver. That's somebody else that I was really looking for this team. I wanted them to really round out their receiving core. They've got 2 slot guys in Marvin Mims and Troy Franklin. They've got a backup X and an inline player in Pat Bryant. They've got their main X in Cortland Sutton, but they don't really have a Z receiver, and I was hoping the Broncos would address that, but they didn't have the right opportunity to do so. There were those rumors about Jalen Waddle, but ultimately nothing materialized there. The Denver Broncos believe in this roster moving forward. Or it's a sign that they don't think they're ready to compete for a Super Bowl this year. I don't think it's the latter. You think about the AFC being down right now. You think about the Chiefs being down, the Bills being down, the Ravens being down. You've got the Bengals who are pretty much out of things at this point. So all of these teams in the AFC that were expected to be big challengers to the Denver Broncos, they are no longer those big challengers. So quite frankly, this is the Broncos' best chance, in my opinion, in terms of Bo Nix being on his rookie deal, the depth that you have on your roster right now. I don't know if Denver's going to be in position to have a better roster next year or the year after than they do this year because of some of the expensive contracts that are going to start to kick in for them. Yes, the Russell Wilson money is going to be off the books, but you're paying big money to guys like Nick Bonito, Zach Allen. Eventually, you're going to have to make a decision on if you want to re-sign Bo Nix. You've got Sutton, you've got Surtain. You're paying a lot of guys big money here, and I wonder if the Broncos are going to have the same depth that they have this year. It's tough, man, because everybody wants to say, oh, the Broncos will be fine. They're going to be in a better position in a couple of years to win the Super Bowl. I don't know if that's the case. They are in a good position to win it right now. So the fact that Denver didn't make any moves to truly go all in when we saw other teams in the AFC make similar types of moves, yeah, man, I'm a little bit disappointed in that, but I also have enough faith in this front office. They've proven me wrong multiple times, and I'm hoping they do that again here. I'm just a guy who literally makes YouTube videos in his bedroom freaking closet. But I like to think I have a good pulse on the team and I have a good sense of what's going on. But I don't have any inside information. I work with the same public information that everybody has. And at the end of the day, my takes are just opinions. That's all they are. But it is of my opinion that this team made a mistake not trying to strengthen their weaknesses heading into a legitimate Super Bowl window. And it may be a short one. Everybody thought that the Detroit Lions, this is a perfect example, everybody thought after 2023 that the Lions would have plenty of other years to make it to the Super Bowl. They got to the NFC Championship game that year, and Dan Campbell made a big mistake by not kicking a field goal to go up 3 scores in that game. And the regression of the roster on the Detroit Lions has been very apparent for these last few years, and that fan base is kind of at a low point right now where they're starting to realize, damn, 2023 might have been our best chance to go to the Super Bowl and we squandered it. I'm hoping that this season isn't the best chance for the Denver Broncos to go to a Super Bowl, and they squandered it by not making any moves here at the trade deadline. So we're going to find out in due time if the Denver Broncos made the correct decision here. But with all of the parity in the AFC, you're probably not going to have the Chiefs being down for this long. You're probably not going to have Joe Burrow being out for the season again, and you're probably not going to have the Bengals just being a complete dumpster fire, because it seems they might reset their franchise, fire Zach Taylor, and make some changes there in Cincinnati. You can't expect the Ravens to have an all-time year in terms of injuries and have them start off, I believe it was 1-5 or something like that. At the end of the day, man, this is your best chance most likely with all of the parity in the AFC. So I'm hoping the Denver Broncos, with all of the pieces they have in place, will be able to win multiple playoff games and get over that hump to make it to the Super Bowl. But again, man, there were some moves they could have made at wide receiver, at tight end, that could have strengthened this roster and could have put them in an even better position to compete for a Lombardi trophy. So let me know in the comment section below, Broncos country. Do you agree with me? Do you think the Denver Broncos should have made a move to go all in to win the Super Bowl this year? Or are you confident in the pieces that they currently have on this roster to get it done this season? Drop those comments down below, guys. I would love to hear your thoughts, as always. Be sure to leave a like on this video, as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are both free and easy ways to show your support. It helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, and it helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country, just like you and me. Additionally, if you guys want to go above and beyond in supporting the channel, please consider becoming a channel member today. I would really appreciate it. It's not mandatory whatsoever, but if you guys want some extra perks and incentives in exchange for helping me out and helping this channel grow, I would really appreciate if you would consider it. Link in the description below. And before we get out of here, guys, I want to tell you about the affiliate partner for today's video, Green Gridiron Helmets. Use code DENSYN, DENSYN, link down below to save off your first purchase on authentic NFL helmets. From small replicas like this one behind me to full-size authentic helmets, they've got it all. Again, that is code DENSYN, DENSYN, link in the description below to save off your first purchase from Green Gridiron Helmets. Thank you so much to them. And until next time, guys, I'm your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.